What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about layering your clothing. Now, since the colder months are coming up here in the US, it's time to start thinking about dressing a little bit warmer, and layering is a really great creative way to not only accomplish the function of dressing warmly, but also the form in staying stylish and looking cool. Stick with me. Okay, welcome back. It's great to see you, and as always, I'm glad that you're here. To start with, guys, I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but layering is not only functional, like I mentioned, because it can absolutely help keep you warm, but layering can also be pretty stylish and set you apart from everybody else. Also, guys, keep in mind, this stuff is all subjective, so take away what you want and leave what you don't. I'm just here to help with some creativity and some outside-the-box inspiration. All right, the first point that I want to mention is that layering not only shows creativity, thought, and intent with what you're wearing, it also adds a ton of depth and texture to your outfit. Here's the thing though, in order to show creativity, depth, and texture, make sure your layers are visible. So mess around a little bit with different lengths, proportions, fabrics, and patterns, more on patterns in just a minute, and make sure your layers can be seen. So one common mistake that I see is guys will try to incorporate too many layers.
Look at me, I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
So try to stick with about 3 to 4 layers max. Otherwise you can just start to get uncomfortable, you can look too bulky, or it can just start to get physically hard to move around, and the whole look you're going for can kind of go south at that point. Now, this should go without saying, but your heavier and thicker fabrics should go on top as your final layer. Base layers start with thin fabrics and get thicker and heavier as you layer on top. A lot of the layering pieces that you're seeing in this video are coming from the guys over at Peter Manning, who are sponsoring this video and also helping me out with a bunch of really cool pieces so I can show you all these layering ideas a heck of a lot better. Now, Peter Manning was originally started for shorter guys who needed inseams below 30 inches. Now, even for me at 5'9", my ideal inseam is still 30. Same goes for sleeve length and the overall length of a shirt. I can typically find pretty well-fitting shirt options fairly easily that fit me pretty decently in the body, but sleeve length is always too long. And even if I find casual shirts that are supposed to be worn untucked, they're still usually too long. The stuff from Peter Manning was designed from the start to fit the shorter guy and the average height guy, so for me, the sleeves are perfect and the lengths are perfect. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box to Peter Manning, along with a discount code that gets you guys 20% off for the first 100 customers only. So if you're a shorter guy or even an average height guy like me that enjoys a modern take on classic pieces, guys, I highly encourage you to go check out their site and see what they've got. Now, because a layered outfit already has a lot going on visually, try to keep patterns to a minimum. Now, when in doubt, stay conservative and maybe just stick with solids, but if you want to add patterns, maybe just stick with one to begin with. If you do decide to go with 2 different patterns, make sure you follow the pattern mixing rule and go with patterns of different size and scale. I've talked about mixing patterns in another video, so if you're interested in seeing that one, I'll put a link to it down below in the description. Okay, really quick before I get to the last few items, if you like what you're seeing here, guys, please consider subscribing to this channel because I'm here twice a week with brand new videos. And if you feel like you're getting something out of this video, do me a solid and hit that thumbs up button because it really does make a difference. All right, next, try to keep in mind that everything you wear in a layered outfit should also be able to work on its own. So what I mean by that is if you take your jacket off, does your mid and base layer still look good? Or do you need your jacket to cover up something about your mid layer underneath that doesn't quite look good or work by itself? Also, guys, if you're ever on the fence about whether or not you should tuck your shirt in or wear it out, always default to tucking it in because that will rarely ever go wrong. You still can wear your shirts untucked provided that they are not overly long. Lastly, you can also introduce accessories like a knit tie, a different color watch or a different watch strap, a textured pocket square, a leather bag or briefcase, or even a really nice muted color scarf. Guys, like I mentioned, I'm going to leave that discount code to Peter Manning down below so you can take advantage of it. And I'll see you guys in just a few days for a brand new video. But until then, be good to yourself.